Hello there and welcome to another tutorial with me, Thomas Matt. Today we're going to be looking at Garageband. I just wanted to make a little tutorial of when you're starting out and you're looking at making maybe some videos or some advertisement videos or something like that to launch your business and your website or anything like that, something social media. Sometimes it's hard to go online and get some free licensed music. When I say it's hard, like it's easy to get it for sure, but you have to pay for most of the music that's out there. So why not have a play around in your own time and make some yourself? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually save this project after we've created it so you can have a play around as well. All I've done is I've gone into Launchpad, all my applications, and I've just opened up the Garageband application. Now it's going to start up and it's going to ask you, what do you want to do? So I'm just going to say an empty project. I'm going to click that one there and press choose. Then we're going to open it up and it's going to say, what would you like to record? Now, if you've got a little bit of music background, you'll know that you can plug in a musical instrument and play it by MIDI. Or you can plug in a musical instrument, just this one over here. So connect a guitar or a bass to your Mac, and then you can play and record through virtual amps and different plugins and things like that. Or you can use a microphone and record, just like I'm recording this microphone right now. Or you can use the drummer, which the drummer feature is pretty cool, and we're going to see that a little bit later on in this tutorial. So I'm just going to select software instrument. We've got some details on a drop down menu just here if you wanted to see that, and I hear sound from audio device, so that is the audio device that I've got selected up here in my command center. So going from there, I'm going to select software instrument and press create. So now it's brought up a classic piano. And as you can see, so this is your first time in Garageband. Quick overview. We've got your transportation over here, so you've got your backwards, your forwards, your stop, your start, your record, and your repeat. Also, if you do want to repeat, just a quick one, you could just click on this bar, and then if you wanted to drag it out, then you can drag it out as well. Or if you just wanted to quickly select 9 to 13, you can do that as well. So that's pretty simple. We're going to be using that feature as well in this tutorial. Over here we've got some buttons which opens up our library. We've got some hints, so if I've got an external display, there we go, there's some quick hints, so we can hover over things and it'll tell you what they are. So we've got our pan, balance knob, volume slider, headphones, so solo, mute, and yeah, different things like that. So if you ever do need the quick help, that's quite useful to have. And then down here we've got our track, so it tells us multiple things that basically they're like controls. So here you go, it says smart controls. So as you can see here, we've got a piano. So when I play this piano sound, we might be able to change the controls to make it sound more belly or a bit more drive. So that's quite useful as well. I'm not using a MIDI keyboard today, so I'm just going to show you the basics of how to get started. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Then we've also got cut mode, so in piano roll. So if you did, for example, create a MIDI region, and you did want to, I'm going to show you a little bit of this in a moment, and if you did, for example, create a tune, if you did create that, for example, then this is how you can get into it with these little scissors here, and you can move around. And also the good little feature is if you do know music theory, you've also got score, and we can also see there what we've just created. Pretty simple. Now what you can hear is that ticking in the background. That is a thing called metronome. So if I press play with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is down to the beats that we have got selected here. So we've got bar 1 and we've got going in 4s. So it's 4 to 4 time signature. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 1, 2, 3, 4. We've also got our tempo. So if we move the tempo down, let's say 98, the clicking is going to go slower with the 1, 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and that is all done over here. We have the metronome feature. So if I turned that off now and press play, you can just hear my voice and nothing is happening. But if I press that again, it's going to pick up on the 1, 2, 3, 4. We also have this feature here, which says 1, 2, 3, 4. What happens is when we start recording, if we do start recording, it's going to give us a bar in front. So it's going to count us down. So if I press that and the metronome, 2, 3, 4, start recording now. And that's how that would work. It didn't record anything because I've not put in any notes or played any notes on the keyboard. So then you've also got your master volume slider here. And over to this side, let me just get rid of that. Over to this side, you've also got a notepad. So I'm just going to paste in there some things that we're going to need a little bit later on. And then you've also got some live loops, which we're going to dive in very soon. Just to show you quickly, recording modes. So if we go into here and I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, as you can see, that's recorded that in. And you're probably thinking as well, what are these little lines just here? Let me zoom in. So these little lines is actually a thing called velocity. So if I go back and open this up just here, or you can just double click, it will open it up. Let me get rid of that keyboard for the time being. It will show you how hard I've pressed that keyboard or piano. Somewhere in here, I think. I'm using this, it's different to Logic. So we should be able to see okay, maybe not. Here we go. Yeah. So we've got this little button here is velocity notification aftertouch. So that's what I've selected there. You see, that's where I've like let go or something like that. But I'm just going to delete that. We don't need that. A nice little feature whilst you are editing in here is that you can press Command A and press Q, and it will automatically quantize every beat. What quantize means is it's going to snap every beat to the beat. So if I undo that, you can see they're all off. You can see that I've been kind of eager. I've actually gone before the bar. So if I just select all of those and press the little Q button here, it's going to snap them. Or I can press Command Q. No, actually I can't. Sorry, don't ever do that. That's going to quit your project. It's just you Command A and then Q. So a little mistake there. Don't press Command Q. For example, you see how this one's off. It's because it's actually it's noticed that it's on that bar. It's come closest to that bar. But if we did select them and we change that to 1/8, it's going to pop it back because that's 1/8 bars. So now let's play that back and let's hear what it sounds like. And with the metronome off. Perfect. And that's what it sounds like. But then now we've got this loop feature, what we spoke about earlier. So if I played that, when it gets to the end, what's going to happen is it's going to loop back. Perfect. However, in here, we're not going to be using this one for this demonstration purposes. I just wanted to show you something like that. So I'm just going to close this. There should be a way of you, like for example, dragging it down or getting rid of it completely. But if you wanted it back, you just click these little buttons here. So I've got in my notes little things that I used earlier. So I've got a strum, I think that's a data strum, I'm not sure if that's right, synth layers. So over in here in live loops, we can go in and we can search the loops or we can press by instrument. So let's try and hunt this one down. It's a synth layer. So I went into synth and I went through, and when you play these, it's going to play them back for you. So what was it called? It was something data strum. Let's see if I can find it here. And that's the sound I wanted. However, we did change the tempo. So I'm just going to change that back. Let's change that to 1, 2, 2. And all we have to do is just click and drag it in. Once we've dragged it in, we can maybe turn it down just a touch and play. Perfect. And how I'm pressing play is rather than coming up here, I'm just using the spacebar. So let's go back and let's find our next instrument. We've got Anton Bridge. Anton is a drummer. So we've got kits. So where are you? It might be easier for me to just type these, or it might have been in beats. Anton, where are you? Which one was it? Bridge. Nice one. So here we go. Nice. And with here we can just play around if we don't want certain things. If I want a kick, but I don't want a kick because now we're going to add a different kick from here, from analog clap beat. So analog, whoop, if I spell it right. Oh yeah, now we're feeling the groove. This is going to make our videos really pop. And as you can see now, I'm just dragging that one out. I'm going to show you the other feature in a moment, this feature at the bottom here. But this top feature, all we have to do is just drag that out and then press play. And what I'm doing is when I'm mixing this, I'm just listening to the different sounds and making sure that they're all level. So then we've got some chilled chords. So let's type in some chilled chords. Maybe not. Nice. I really like the sound of that. I think that sounds great. Is there a way, let's see if we can maybe add some so over here, what I just clicked here and then clicked on the controls. Remember how we went into the controls earlier? So we should be able to come into here, plugins. We should be able to add some reverb. So if I go to reverb and I go to platinum verb, I'm just going to make dry up, spread it out. So let's make that a bit longer and we can solo that. And without the reverb, with the reverb. Nice, and this is all built into Logic. Into Garageband. So now we've got body fall through glass. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to be creative. So I'm just going to type body fall, and we've got all these different body fall things. But I like the glass one. That sounds really cool. But what I don't like about it is if I zoom in, I'm just going to go back to the beginning by pressing enter, is as you can see, it doesn't start till around here. If I solo this, it doesn't start straight away. It's got that little shoop at the beginning. So we're just going to click and drag till we get to probably around there. Yeah, nice. But then as you can hear at the end of this, it's got that tail on the end, but I don't want the tail, so I'm just going to stop that there. Nice. But the only thing is then it's going to cut off straight away. So maybe what we need to do is maybe we need to add a little bit of reverb from it. So I'm going to go into here, I'm going to add the recent platinum verb, add some reverb time and make it quite wet. and maybe bring the dry down. So what the dry is the actual sample of what it is without the reverb, and the wet is what the reverb is. Nice, I like that. So let's hear what it sounds like all together. Turn that down just a touch. Still quite loud, so let's just maybe put that down in the background. And then from here, for example, like with this geezer, this drummer, we could copy over these. So I can select them all, press Option, and click and drag. Or I can click and loop if I wanted to loop them. So, but I would just want to click and drag, and then I just want to delete some of these layers. And then what I want to do is I want to delete him, and then I want to bring that in. Ah, I deleted my other layers. Where have my other layers gone? Oh, okay, maybe I haven't. Sorry, it's me being silly. So, come back to here. Whoa, I don't want to loop that. Go away. I need to zoom in a little bit. Or copy it and paste. Copy, paste. Okay, so we're going to grab those, go there. There we go. Nice. So then now maybe we try and add a bass beat to that. So we're going to go into a little bit more advanced here. You see how we've got our piano? I'm going to click that and maybe select bass. And I've got some basses here to select from. So we're just going to try this one here. Bring in my keyboard, musical keyboard. I think you can bring that in from the from the window option. You can go to like show keyboard or show musical typing. Nice. So let's find out which it is. So we're starting on C. Okay, so the easy way to do it is to right click or command click, and then what you do is then create new MIDI region, and then from there we're just going to click in, go to C, and you're just going to listen along. So we've got a nice low one there. So I'm just going to click and drag that, make sure it starts at the very beginning. If it doesn't, you can always quantize it. Maybe there. Maybe that'll sound good. And then I'm going to copy and paste. So Command A, paste again. and then maybe this last one here. Chop that, and then we'll chop that there. So then we could have the big dramatic shh at the end. And there you go. And that's like an intro to your vlog or to your YouTube channel, or it could be maybe like a instrumental music, piece of music for walking around a store or something like that, showing off your business. So anyway, there we go. That's Garageband, an easy easy overview for you to view out. So always, have a look at HeroSpace.uk. I appreciate everyone that pops by and has a look. And if you've got any comments, please don't feel like you can't message me. Just drop me a message. Always happy to help. And I'm really happy and to share this tutorial with you. So hope you enjoyed it.